We're live.
Hey everybody, how are you doing? We are doing a impromptu live stream today, so welcome if you're joining us. Cheri's going to be building a sandwich tower.
It's a cheeseburger.
A giant cheeseburger tower.
Giant cheeseburger tower.
So if you're out there in chat, let us know. This was completely unplanned, as usual with these kind of impromptu live streams. Hey Kayla, hey Linda Fitch, how are you all doing? Just saw your messages come in, awesome. So today, we're doing a multi-purpose live stream today. So Cheri's going to be over at the coin pusher and she's constructing
a cheeseburger
tower for an upcoming game in December. Why are you building a cheeseburger?
Why not?
Well, it's a silly game, and what she's doing is building a tower that has has layers in it. So there'll be a set of coins, and then there's a layer of rectangle chips, and then she's doing another circumference. Not circumference, but circumference of quarters, and each layer she's actually stuffing with chips. That are the game pieces. So it's somewhat like the squirrel in the acorn tower,
but with cheese.
But with cheese as the layers, and then the game itself is going to be assembling a hamburger. And you'll see on the very back of the pusher shelf there is
Angry Mom.
Angry Mom, who is a customer.
She is playing the role of Karen. You know, I hate that Karen is the name of people who don't know how to behave themselves, because I know a couple of Karens and they're very sweet people.
They are.
Now they're stuck with this. Should I tell people my name is Karen? Should I start going by my middle name?
And so while Cheri's doing that, we're actually going to look at some of our cast of characters and do some additional game style brainstorming of different ideas. Right, we've got our Christmas elf. We've had some game suggestions for Elf on the Shelf. The elves running around collecting presents before Santa falls out of the chute.
We've got a doctor who could be a dentist. We've got an abominable snowman that Kong is playing abominable snowman. And we've got reindeer. We could do the whole Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer. The snowman has a bad tooth and they got to fix his tooth or something. I don't know.
So
help me with this.
Let's see. We've got an Eggman from many of our favorite.
Whoa, I've got
one of our
sneezes.
favorite Christmas movies.
Excuse me.
Let's see. You were just naming off the abominable
Kong. He's in the supporting cast. We've got the Three Stooges now.
Let's see. So Cheri, why don't you talk a little bit about your tower there?
It is a cheeseburger. It is a towering cheeseburger of awesomeness.
So there is the abominable Kong. Hey, Fallen Phantoms, how you doing? We're doing a impromptu live stream today. Cheri is in the process of building another coin structure. She's building a giant coin tower with layers within it, and she's stuffing it.
And I have a question to ask. See this super cool ring on my finger? It's a fidget spinner. Okay, I got.
I know
Hold
they're
up,
fidget spinner
hold up.
rings, but
I got a 20.
hey, Patricia, good evening.
eBay sent me a coupon. They said, "Oh, you've been an eBay customer for 25 years. Here's a $25 coupon. Get whatever you want with it." And I said, "Cool. I'm gonna get stuff for the mystery bags." And so I bought a box of these fidget spinner rings. They're copper, and I realized there are issues with copper. But I thought, hey, but it's for the mystery bag. Nothing in the mystery bags is super awesome. And this is kind of cool. It's a fidget spinner. You go do, 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 and the little rings spin. But I'll tell you, I'm afraid someone might die from these rings. They're really thin. This is practically a plumbing fitting it's not sharp, at least this one isn't. But what do you think? Yay or nay? Should I put them in the mystery bags or are they too dangerous?
Fidget spinner rings.
Fidget spinner
Small
rings.
copper rings that have
Fidgety things.
fidgety things
You
on
go like
them.
this. See, I'm going with my thumb and it makes the little things spin. And it is not uncomfortable. It's guaranteed to turn your finger green because it's copper. So that could be a pro or a con depending on what you think about having green digits. But it's really thin. Is it too junky to be a mystery bag item? That's really saying something. Or is it like, hey, yeah, that's right in the ballpark?
All right, questions been asked. We got a few folks out there. Maybe someone
Maybe
has
someone
an
can
opinion.
chime in.
If not, that's fine too. So here is a red-nosed doe.
They can be red-nosed or black-nosed.
So Fallen
Easily
Phantom
changed.
says, I like the rings, put them in the bags.
Okay, they're going in the bags. Because I blew it'll take me another 25 years to get a cool coupon like that from eBay.
Linda Fitch says, really like the ring, I would put them in the mystery bag.
Okay, they're going in the mystery bags. Maybe
Kayla
I'll
Fuller
swap
says,
out.
it's cute, put the rings in.
Okay, maybe I'll swap out one of this past week's mystery bag. Nah, I should do it legit. It's got to go in next week.
And folks, starting next week, next Saturday, you'll start to see some of our turkeys. It's going to be a week out, but here's our turkey that's going to be part of our upcoming Thanksgiving series. And next Saturday, we will be doing
live
a turkey bowling
stream.
next Saturday at
This
1
coming
p.m.
Saturday,
Mountain
1
Time.
week from today.
1 week from today. We'll do coin pusher, turkey bowling, and it will be another blind game of turkey bowling. So that'll be fun. So Cheri, how many quarters is that tower?
It's you mean in circumference?
Yes.
9.
Patricia Stevens says, I would accept anything you would send.
Okay.
It's very gracious, Patricia.
Yeah, but I want to send something decent. You know. It's junk, but at least it's good junk.
Got our opera singer. Let's see. Oh yeah, we got your Stooges. We got Curly. We got Larry. We got Mo. We got.
I couldn't draw Shemp. Shemp can't happen. I just can't get Shemp to look like Shemp. He's my favorite Stooge.
We got our version of Santa.
That's John as Santa.
Ooh. Let's see. We've got our version of Mrs. Claus.
That's me as Mrs. Claus.
Let's see. We've got. What else is out here? Where's the Christmas tree? Is that in props?
Extras. All the inanimate objects are under props. Are under extras.
So we've got
shiny things
various
are in
Christmas
props.
lights. We've got our blue, green, and red Christmas lights, yellow lights, blue, gold. We've got Christmas ornaments we can decorate the tree with.
There was an angel in cast members that can go on top of a tree, or we can stick a star.
We've got various forms of cheese. If you're fans of Diary of a Wimpy Kid, we could have the cheese touch game.
Oh, that's terrible.
Oh, Patricia says, ooh, I like the Santa and Mrs. Claus chips. Thank you, Patricia.
But we need games that incorporate them. See,
Oh,
these are all the pieces that I've made. I just start making things, and then I hope an idea will come to me. And everybody makes these awesome suggestions, but they don't incorporate any of my cool game pieces that I drew. And I'd really like to use them, like the leg lamp. I was thinking we could like put the leg lamp in the window, and you've got to get the leg lamp to the prize chute before the angry mom gets there, or she's going to smash it.
Kayla Fuller says, part of my brain says, building setups is tedious.
Yes.
But then like 95% of me is like, but the glorious destruction
I know.
to come is worth it.
That's the thing. It is tedious, but it's so fun to knock them down. It is.
It's extremely rewarding, and we've gotten pretty good at knocking them down. We do.
Pretty good.
Now you'll notice that behind that tower, the Cheri's building, there are two smaller towers. There was 4 coin towers, and then in the center are all of those red chips. That's what we call our breaker. That's one setup that we use
It's a battering ram.
knock down a tower relatively quickly. As we found out in many video series in the past. Now, hey Cheri, you want to just describe what you just did with the tokens and stuff? And
I just dropped, I think it was an onion and a hamburger patty in there. And now I'm going to place the cheese. Now you made me nervous, and I'm going to break things.
Sorry. Hey, no, don't worry. There are no trolls in the coin pusher right now. So, on top.
Good. He waits until I'm not looking to do that.
Oh.
Of course, John built that. You're sure there's no trolls in there?
There are no trolls in there right now.
See, this area here is suspect.
She thinks there's a troll in there.
It could be.
You could take the front of that off.
No.
There's no trolls in there.
Nope.
Cross my heart.
Oh.
Yeah, we had a recent incident with a new troll named Simon.
It was such a severe incident. I had an asthma attack, and John had to run across the house. And you'll hear me wheezing, having an asthma attack. And then you'll hear John run in, wheezing because he ran across the house.
I wasn't wheezing.
You were huffing and puffing.
That's just, I had to hurry up and get your
because you
inhaler a
gave
little
me
bit
an
there.
asthma attack.
Yeah.
What happened was I was freaking out because there was this specific troll was really freaking me out. And our son, Mac, let me tell you, we had an earthquake. Earlier this year, we had an earthquake. And Mac never even left his room. He stayed in his room. Did not faze him in the least that the whole house shook. But the amount of screaming I was doing because of this troll made Mac run out of his room to see what was wrong. And I didn't know he was behind me. And I backed into him, and suddenly I'm trying to get away from the troll, and suddenly I back into some living thing, and now I lost count of my quarters. Doggone it. And then I was screaming more, and then I had an asthma attack. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay. I can't lose count. It's like purl 1, knit 2. And you gotta count these quarters on this layer.
Okay, Patricia has just made a suggestion to go with the leg lamp. So let me pull back open the leg lamp here, and I will read Patricia's suggestion. So Patricia Stevens says, make a BB gun chip to go with the leg lamp, and a telephone pole with the kid stuck to it, and save the kid before the BB gun.
Oh, man.
Kayla says, totally got one for Santa and Mrs. Claus, a race. Mrs. Claus wants to deliver the presents for once, so Santa offers a race to see who gets to deliver this year.
Okay.
I think that could be
That could be fun.
that could be kind of compelling. Absolutely.
You know what's weird? I would think that towers would be the thing that people want to see fall down. But when we do a game with a wall in it, we get so many more clicks than we do if we build a tower. What is with the walls? Why are walls cooler than towers?
Yeah, it's been a very strange phenomenon. As we make these videos, we observe, right, how many viewers we're getting on each video. What seems to attract people to make, to click. we found structures very quickly were very much an appeal because it's just so awesome to watch them fall down. I mean, I can't blame people, but it was like, such a night and day difference.
The difference between, okay, if there's no structure, no one wants to see it. They don't care. If there's a structure, they want to see it. But if there is a wall instead of a tower, you'll get like twice as many clicks for a wall as you will for a tower. And I'm not sure why. Why? Because the towers are really cool.
So Kayla says, love watching the kaleidoscopic falls that happen with walls.
Yeah, the one that was just out there, he loves me not, the heart, the way that it collapsed into itself like a basket just folding in, that was cool. There was no foreseeing that it was going to do that. That was cool.
The tension waiting to see dangling pieces of walls to fall.
Oh, yeah. They do that. Now, I tried making a bridge. I had a bridge on that side and on that side, and I tried to connect it. But it turns out, to make the span with just quarters, it has to be as tall as it is wide, and it's impossible. We don't have enough quarters. We don't have enough room. It can't be done. It was really disappointing. And plus, I think it would take like 3 hours for each side, even if we had the room in the quarters.
All right, so I'm putting in Patricia's idea right now, and Kayla's idea, adding that into our list. Patricia, towers just seem to fall, but a wall fall in kind of a domino effect. I watch them all anyway. Okay, interesting.
Well, like our most watched video is 3 Blind Mice. 3 Blind Mice has how many views, John? About a gazillion. It's crazy. And we've got the video that we did, and 3 Blind Mice, that's set up in one try, easy peasy, no problem. And the one with the balloons, we did a video. Probably no one here has watched it because no one has watched it. We put those doggone trolls inside of actual air-filled balloons, and we put pokey things across the front here. And the balloons got popped, and the trolls got launched, bouncing off the sides of the machine. It was awesome. But no one wants to see that. No one cares. And it took us 4 days to film that dopey balloon game that no one wants to watch because we couldn't make it work. The balloons refused to pop. It was really a pain in the butt. We had to set it up and tear it down, set it up and tear it down, and set it up and tear it down. And no one wants to watch it after a multi-day investment of time. But 3 Blind Mice that went up easy peasy and went off without a hitch, everyone wants to watch that one. So we don't know what we're doing. We're just poking around in the dark, and if people want to see it, yay. And if they don't, oh well, back to the drawing board.
Yeah, so it was video 21, explosions, balloons, and the coin pusher.
Nobody wants no love for that video.
It's a very short one. It's actually kind of fun. It's a great one.
It's fun because Cheri screams the whole time.
Yes, it's full of plenty of screaming.
There's lots of screams. Yeah, Jen says, I told him we can't use this. It's too short. And he says, no, you screamed a lot. It'll be great. Okay.
That's great. I love hearing reactions myself. So Kayla says, I needed this live this week. Our car stranded us in the storm Wednesday night. Edo was hitting us. Then as heavy storming, we were headed to family to wait it out. Oh, I'm sorry, Kayla. That's really a hard situation to be in. I know a lot of folks were impacted by Etta. And Cheri, your family was too.
My mom was out of... My mom said their power was out for like half an hour. And that's it. That's it. And she's on the water, and she said the water didn't even cover her dock.
Yeah. Yeah, Kayla, definitely check that out. It's a shorty. It's only about almost 7 minutes.
It's really quick. It's really quick.
And we have actually 2 versions of it that are like more than half an hour. One was like an hour. and it just didn't work. And then we figured out the secret though.
Well, what kept happening? We'd build a new popping device, and we'd put up the popping device, and the first balloon would pop instantly, like in 30 seconds. The balloon would pop, and then half an hour later, the second balloon wouldn't have popped. It's like, you have got to be kidding me.
So Kayla, how's your family doing now? With Etta.
Does that show?
Yeah, there we go.
Cheese and tomato.
Kayla says we really only got heavy rain, but the wind was rough.
Yeah, that's what my mom said. I was on the phone with her listening to the wind. It was like, holy smokes. You know, when I lived in Florida, there was one hurricane. This was 1980, something like that, 1980, I don't know, early 80s. And the hurricane didn't even really come close to us, but somehow it dropped. But we went out in the middle of the storm. There was a calm, and there were these yellow and black frogs about the size of your fist.
Hey, Kelly from Cleveland, how are you doing? Your mystery bag has been shipped, Kelly. Just letting you know.
These frogs were everywhere. We had never seen them before. And then the wind started picking up again, so we go back inside the house. And when the storm was over, the frogs were gone, and we never saw black and yellow frogs ever again. It was just that
one time.
One time. It's like the storm picked them up and dropped them on us.
Yeah. Kayla says we're all right. Luckily, not too much other than the stranded car. Good.
That's just a nuisance. You
It
can
is.
fix that. Nobody's hurt, then it's all good.
Yep.
But that's a nuisance.
So Kelly, hey, thanks for joining us. So Cheri's building a stuffed tower. This is a newish version of the stuffed tower. Right now, the yellow layers, we're calling them slices of cheese. And she's stuffing it. Each layer she's stuffing with some game pieces that we're going to film later today. And
but you won't see it until December.
Nope. But the history of the stuffed tower in our channel, we originally started at video 28 with a stuffed tower in Huge Stash. It was a viewer suggested game. Megan Daniels suggested make a game with a squirrel getting acorns. So video 28 was our first stuffed tower.
And stuffed towers, I'll tell you, it's a love-hate relationship I have with them. They either go down really nice and it works great, or about 1/3 of the time, it refuses to go down.
So Kelly Farrell says, thank you, I'm doing okay. Saying prayers for everyone hit by these storms. And then Linda Fitch says, my family moved just north of Tampa in 2002, and 3 hurricanes hit that year.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's my folks are in Tampa.
Yeah, they've been there 30 years or more.
More than that,
Yeah.
since 79.
Yeah, a long time. And have they ever actually evacuated for a hurricane?
My family doesn't evacuate for anything. If they said there was going to be an atomic bomb was going to hit, my family wouldn't evacuate. They're nuts.
Let's see, I didn't find the Christmas tree in extras.
It's in extras.
Is it called Christmas tree maybe?
It's either called tree or Christmas tree.
Yeah, I was trying to find
Maybe
it.
it says Xmas tree.
Oh.
Because when I'm typing, I'm trying to do it truncated, so it may have been
There it is.
truncated
Yep,
tree.
awesome, you got it. There's our Christmas tree. Kelly Farrell says, oh, this is really cool looking. Yeah, so she's building that up, and then we have our battering ram in the back that'll help us knock it down within a reasonable period of time. Because if we didn't have that battering ram, it would literally take us hours and hours worth of time and quarters to knock down these structures because they're so massive and they're so heavy. Kelly Farrell says, I watched Blake's Animal Ranch on YouTube. They're underwater and he has lots of goats, turtles, etc.
No. That's horrible.
Blake's Animal Ranch. I haven't seen that channel before.
My dad's farm is high and dry. It's away from the water and it sits, I mean, if you can say anything is high and dry, I think the high point in Florida is 3 feet, isn't it?
Yeah.
But it's dry. So his cattle and his crops are okay.
And we're also looking to collect more game ideas for the holiday.
Not necessarily just the holiday. Anything winter themed.
Winter themed.
Keep scrolling through all the pictures.
Yeah.
So people have ideas of what we've got to work with. I can draw some things additional, but sometimes, like I drew the Three Stooges, but I really wanted to draw Shemp, and I can't draw Shemp.
So here's Cheri's turtle dove or partridge in a pear tree. And turtle doves and rings. So we've been thinking about the 12 days of Christmas. We're not going to do it as 12 days though. That's just too much of the same thing, I think. But we're going to probably do one game. Yeah. Blake's Animal Ranch. He is a young man that has really cool animals. It's good to watch. Cool. We'll have to check it out, Kelly.
Yeah. Thank you for the
suggestion.
heads up.
Yeah.
You know, we don't even watch television anymore. It's just YouTube and some Netflix, but lots of YouTube.
Yep.
And we broke down and got Peacock because they moved one of the shows we were watching right in the middle of watching it.
Yeah, we finally started to watch Parks and Rec, and that's kind of become an evening thing for us. We'll watch an episode at night.
And just as we were getting into it, Netflix didn't have it anymore.
It aged out of Netflix.
It's like, doggone it.
So we got plenty of socks though. If we need to do more sock games.
Lots of socks.
If you haven't had if you need to find another pair of socks from your dryer, you know we've got plenty of those. Okay, Fallen Phantoms. Some Christmas movie game ideas. Gremlins and Die Hard.
Oh, Gremlins.
Best Christmas movies ever. Yeah, Gremlins has come up. I think we chatted about that somewhere. But yeah, I think Gremlins could be good.
That's a good movie.
Yeah, Kelly Farrell and Laurent also mentioned Gremlins previously. So yeah, I think that's a good one. Fallen Phantoms, Mr. and Mrs. B.
Hey, anyone that hasn't checked out Fallen Phantoms YouTube channel, go check it out. It's similar-ish to what we do here.
Yeah, that's a great point, Cheri.
Yeah.
So Fallen Phantoms, they do coin pusher videos as well. And what I particularly enjoy about Fallen Phantoms are some of their trivia games. Let's see if I can pull one up here. But they have tons of additional coin pusher game videos out there, and
wait, let's see.
They're definitely worth checking out. And,
lettuce. There we go. Lettuce. It's in the lettuce.
But yeah, I enjoy a lot of their games, and especially these trivia games like they posted a week ago. I'll often run the trivia when I'm working on doing a bunch of video editing, and we have, we'll get 6 or 7 videos that need to be edited, and I'll just sit down and start working on it. And I turn on their trivia, and I'm listening to them do their trivia and shouting out answers. And Cheri's like, "What are you talking about?
It's 1 o'clock in the morning.
1 o'clock in the morning." And there I am. I'm doing trivia. So
answers.
Their trivia games are definitely my favorite, but they also do races, and they're a couple, and they operate their own coin pusher like we do. But they're definitely fun. Another channel worth also checking out that they're kind of new. There's another coin pusher channel out here called ALS Adventures. We don't really know them.
I like their format.
But they've got some very interesting game formats with coin pushers. So they will do. So their latest video that they did was a Let's Play I Spy coin pusher video. ALS Adventures, by the way, is Afton and Lindsay are their names, and they will. The way they play, at least in the latest videos, they'll each start with $5, and that's all they have to play with.
Which is awesome. We tried it too. I would love to do it that way.
Yep. And what would happen is so they'll play their $5 and then they play out of the winnings on each hand. So Afton will play out of her hand, Lindsay will play out of her hand, and whatever they grab out of the machine. If they run out of quarters, they can do a buy-in, which essentially gives them $5 more worth of quarters, but then they lose their turn. So
and we tried that because I really like that concept, but it turns out if you have structures, if a tower falls down, suddenly I knocked down a tower, and suddenly I had $37 worth of quarters. So essentially, I could just keep playing, and John was out.
Yeah.
Okay, so it didn't work for us.
With our structures,
I really wanted
it definitely
it to
did.
work. I wanted it to work so bad.
But definitely check out that ALS Adventures. They're a small channel, but they've got some fun videos, and they seem like a nice couple of people over there. So definitely check them out, and they're kind of fun. And as always, if you know of other small silly channels like ours, we're always interested in learning about them. Like Fallen Phantoms, we'd love to cross promote because hey,
little guys got to stick together.
Yep. Let's see. All right.
Yeah, if you took all of our little channels and added together how many subscribers and views we have, we don't have 1/1000th of what some of the bigger channels have.
So Patricia, 12 days, one game. Try and get the girl out before all his crazy gifts for the 12 days of Christmas. I like that transition. That suggestion. Tammy Coleman. Hey, Tammy, welcome. Sorry I didn't shout you out sooner.
Hey, Tammy.
Hi, everyone. I hope this finds everyone well wherever you may be. Kelly Farrell says, yes, I did. Sam Jeffrey, hey. How you doing, man? Fallon Phantom says they're working on a new game. Should be out in the next few days. Thanks for the shout out. Kayla Fuller says, only time I've really evacuated was 2017 when I was pregnant with Riley. I sat in the hotel lobby watching the storm pass us. Having Riley has helped me be a little more cautious of storms. Definitely. When you have a little one with you, you've got to really be careful. It's one thing
if you're just thinking about yourself, you can be real brave. But once someone else is depending on you, the whole game has changed big time.
Yep. Kayla says, delayed comment because I'm trying to get Riley cleaned up. Hey, Riley's got priority.
Oh yeah.
Especially when Riley's awake.
Did we get to the owl yet? When is the owl going to be on?
This week.
Ooh, you're in for a treat, Kayla.
Yes. So this week.
You have to have Riley watch.
Yep. So
I lived right next to my grandma's house was a family, and their last name was Riley. And so they had multiple grandchildren named Riley.
I'll be right back, folks. I want to grab our calendar.
We had multiple grandkids of the Rileys were named Riley. Boy Rileys and girl Rileys. Both. And it worked either way. It's a good name. And our son Mac, that's a shortened version of my maiden name. I like recycling family names. But at the time, all of my parents' grandchildren were girls. Many girls, no boys. And so when Mac came along, I thought, well, we better use the family name. And then after Mac was born, a couple of boys showed up. So that's okay. Still a good name.
All right. So, folks, what I wanted to go do is, of course, get our calendar, our lovely high-tech calendar for the next month. So we have the rest of November, right? And then we're starting in on December. And then we have all of next month that we are planning on. So this is our challenge, is we need to fill a month's worth of videos and get everything planned out for Christmas, because if we don't know what we're going to get to at the end, like if we don't know what we're going to do on Christmas Day and start working backwards, it's really hard to kind of plan these things out. So, Kayla, we didn't find out gender until he was born. So we picked a name that worked for both a boy or a girl.
And it does.
Sounds right. It does. So next week we've got Willy Wonka on Monday, and it's actually going to be a shorty.
Oh,
And
I
then
spent all this time drawing an Oompa Loompa. You have no idea.
see, I think I think Willy Wonka and his factory need to come back.
We will definitely bring them back because I really like my Oompa Loompas. And we got to recycle Slugworth. Good characters.
And then we've got a trip to the Sydney Opera House on Tuesday.
Ah,
There's
pickle
a pickle.
slice. It's a
All right,
pickle.
pickle slice is going in. What else you putting in?
That's it on that layer.
All right.
Because you know what? I didn't space it out right. I've got lots of extra
Hey,
cheese.
Gene S., how are you doing? So, Gene, I'm glad you're here. We're talking. So, Cheri's building a cheeseburger tower with cheeseburger parts that we have to play in a game and build a cheeseburger before the angry mom or customer shows
She's
up.
an irate customer this time.
Irate customer, that's right.
Being played by Angry Mom.
And then we are also trying to use this time to work on our game suggestions for next month. And Gene, we've been receiving all your game suggestions via email and comments, and they've been great. What we're doing right now is going through our calendar for the next month. All right, this goes all the way up until January 2nd here, and trying to put hard dates on everything that we need to record by. And so this is a great time to hang out and chat with everybody. So Monday we've got Willy Wonka. Tuesday is a trip to the Sydney Opera House. Wednesday is the Riley the Owl game. Riley the Owl is on Wednesday.
Riley the Napping Owl.
Yes, Riley the Napping Owl. It's very appropriate. And actually, owls are very important to my family. My dad's was very much a fan of owls. He was a spiritual man, and the owl was his spirit animal, as you might say. So on Thursday, we are raking up leaves. On Friday, we're taking a trip to a bridge. And there's going to be a bridge in Friday's video. Saturday, we're starting off with, we're going to do a live stream on Saturday. We're going to do turkey bowling in the coin pusher on Saturday.
Beginning of our Thanksgiving extravaganza week.
And then in the morning, we're going to be releasing another pirate video. This time it's about pirates and a potential wedding of the stepsisters from Cinderella. So, you know, it's going to be part 4 to our Cinderella trilogy. And it will be very short, unfortunately, just giving you a heads up. But we're doing a live stream on Saturday.
Nothing like spending 2 hours building
later.
something for an 8-minute video.
Kayla Fuller says, Riley keeps looking at my phone when you guys say his name. Well, hopefully he enjoys Wednesday's game. So when we saw your unboxing video, Kayla, and it just made a whole lot of sense. So I hope you enjoy Wednesday's game.
I had drawn an owl and I didn't know what to do with it. I draw things randomly and I hope someone will suggest a game or I'll just think up a game. And I had this owl for quite a while and I didn't know what to do with it. And you said, oh, I like owls. And I said, boom, someone likes owls. We're going to use that owl and its name is Riley.
That's right. That's what I said. So the following week leading to Thanksgiving, we've got a farmer raising turkeys. Hey, Nancy Kitzinger. Good evening. Kayla says she enjoys them all, so I'm looking forward to it. So we've got a turkey farmer the week of Thanksgiving, followed by the turkey farmer's wife. 2 very different games, let me tell you. The first one, he's raising them. The second one, well...
No, the first one, he's taking care of the turkeys. And in the second one, she wants to take care of the turkeys.
That's right. Wednesday, we're going to be doing a Thanksgiving dinner video. Thursday, which is Thanksgiving, the 26th, is a Breaking the Wishbone. Then on Friday, fittingly, we're doing a Black Friday game. And a lot
of these are suggested by viewers.
Yep.
And they'll all get shout-outs.
And those have all been filmed. So then we have apple bobbing afterwards on Saturday. The following week, I know this is just a list of things. It's like, wow, why are they even saying these things? I'm just letting everybody know. We've got collecting firewood. Then we've got a Minotaur and a maze. We have a game where we're expecting a very important phone call. I'll just leave it at that. Then we go into...
I don't know if we should use that one.
I think we should. I really do. I think it's a very excellent one. So
okay.
And then finally, the last video that we've had filmed is a game I think many parents will love. It's called Will It Flush? And
I really liked that one.
if you have...
And that one was suggested by the mind of John.
Of me, right? But yeah, Will It Flush? And then that's it. That's all we filled up to. So
oh, is that all?
that's all. So we are filling up for things for December, trying to fill up for December so we know what to start filming. And that way we also know, if we know what we're going to film, then we can start getting ideas for, the future and just keep the pipeline going.
But
So
we're working December and beyond.
yes.
So winter themed things, Christmas things, but more importantly, winter themed.
Yes.
Because winter themed we can use December, January, February.
Yes.
And Christmas we can only use a week or two. And then people
Right.
are like, I'm sick of Christmas
Right.
stuff.
Yeah, and New Year's as well. So
And New Year's too.
New Year's type games.
I think
as
we
well.
should bring back the balloon popper for New Year's. Because there was explosions.
I think that we could work as
I
well.
love launching the trolls. It was
Yeah.
like payback.
So Sharon Dillard says, thank you for taking the time to build these games for us, Cheri. I know I enjoy watching. You're welcome.
You're very welcome.
Hey, Bryce. How are you doing? How was work today, man?
His last week, everyone, Bryce's last week of school. He's going to
Yes.
graduate.
Congratulations, Bryce.
That is so awesome.
Going to school and working full time, that's hard work, man. And
The top bun of the
oh, there we
hamburger.
go. Top bun for the hamburger game. Oh, she's putting on the top layer of cheese. Yeah, Bryce, I bet, man. A castle and snow bridge in a winter's wonderland.
I could do a castle. Bridges are a nightmare. Absolutely.
Yeah, bridges are tough.
nightmare.
Bridges, there are some technical
We've
limits to
tried.
what we can do inside.
It is
the coin
just the
pusher.
laws of physics. It's just, notice these quarters do not fit on the slice of cheese. So what I have to do is I have to put it down and I have to immediately weight it down with the next layer. Otherwise it'll just flip.
Bryce says, getting ready for finals. Yeah, finals week. It's coming up. I remember that. I remember finals. Oh.
He likes to tell me all the time about the time that he was taking calculus.
Oh,
and had to
gosh.
paint the
Oh,
living
no.
room.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah.
I was
likes to
taking
tell me.
calculus. I was in the middle of calculus
John
too.
is quite the martyr.
And somebody said, it's time to paint the living room. And I said, well, I'm working and I'm into calculus too. And she said, it's time to paint the living room. And so I painted the living room. I passed calculus too. And I didn't take any time off from work. So I barely passed it. Skin in my teeth.
Yeah.
So
But you passed it.
I did.
A W is a W.
Yes. And I've had to use calculus in a professional fashion in my life. So
Yes.
that was worth it. Kayla, too bad real cheeseburgers aren't as fabulous as that tower.
You couldn't get your mouth around it, though. My baby brother was on the high school football team, and those boys in high school would fit an
crazy.
entire Burger King Whopper in their mouth in one bite. And you'd think they're going to choke to death. Why would you do that? But it's just boys being dumb.
Rock, paper, scissors. So
We've got rock, we've got
Yeah.
paper, we've got scissors.
Bryce says, yep, I have 2 online that start tomorrow. You sound like me, still doing the honeydew list, work, and school. Yes, that was...
The honeydew stuff has to happen.
It does. But, for me, when I went to school, so I was working full-time, had a family, had kids, and doing the honeydew list, that was like 2005 through 2009. So
It's been a while.
It's been a long time for me.
But that was rough. I'd wake up in the morning and he'd be asleep on the couch with the dog laying on him like he was.
Oh, that was brilliant. Yeah.
Yeah.
Cricket and I bonded sleeping on the sofa, let me tell you. So I just get home and I'd be exhausted and I'd sit on the sofa, she'd crawl in my lap, and I would be out.
She's like a hot water bottle. You know, she sits in your lap and she's so cozy.
So yeah. But so Castle Snow Bridge in Winter Wonderland, the bridge might be tough. I mean, there's doing like two towers connected, right? Connected towers.
Did the bridge one that we did show up yet? Did that one run? It was a pirate. It was a pirate versus the Navy. That one didn't run yet.
No, we did. We did pirate.
We did? Because that one had a bridge in the background that I tried.
Well, no, that's Friday is the bridge game.
This
the London Bridge.
Friday?
The London Bridge.
I guess it's London Bridge.
Yeah.
You could say it's whatever bridge.
Yeah, that's this Friday. We haven't released that one yet, so.
Okay,
that'll
so
be this week.
There's a bridge coming up, and I tried. Oh, I tried so hard to make a bridge all the way across, and it just wasn't happening. I will try again in the future, but wow, that was hard.
So Bryce says, my wife is getting her RN now. She still has one more semester.
Oh man!
Kudos to your wife, Bryce. That's
wow.
That's impressive, and to do it during these times too.
Oh my gosh, yes.
Much respect, man.
Mad respect.
Patricia Stevens says, I'm still trying to figure out how to build a Whoville house for you. But I got two important facts. How wide is your table, and how many quarters do you have to build with?
Okay, here's the thing. I want, and hopefully this Christmas it will happen because John will have, I'm hoping at least a couple of days off of work.
Hey, did you save those pictures in the YouTube stuff directory?
Yes, under website.
Okay, I'm going to pull that stuff up. Keep talking.
Okay. So I want a website with some features to make it easier for viewers to recommend games. There'll be a list of all the different characters.
I'm showing your ice cream truck right now.
Okay, that ice cream truck. On the side of the ice cream truck where you normally would pick an orange bomb pop, you'll be able to pick, well, I want to pick King Kong, and I want to pick 17 pieces of firewood, and I want them to be in a tower that is 4 quarters wide. And you'll be able to lay them out on a map that is a grid that shows you the size. And you'll be able to place them where you want to place them and say, hey, try this. This is the game that you should try. This is the layout that you should try it with. And, that way we can take a game that someone has 100% done and try and make it happen for real in the coin pusher machine. That would be pretty darn cool. And no one's doing that, so it would be completely unique. Not that anybody seems to care that we're doing anything unique. It's like we've got this core group of people who have found us. And no one else, everybody else just passes over us.
That's okay.
I know. My goal was that 100 views, that over the lifetime of each game, that it would get 100 views. I really did. That was my goal. And we're getting 10 times that. So, hey, we win. And plus, the people who have found us, you guys are so awesome. They're like the most creative people you could ever hope to run into online. And what's really weird is we're all kind of on the same wavelength, because I'll draw a picture of the characters of Wizard of Oz and someone will say, hey, you should do a game about the Wizard of Oz. Like, you read my thoughts. Crazy. And we'll get...
Hey, Shelbean.
There'll be like, someone will come up with a weird game suggestion. And won't 2 other people send in the same game suggestion, like slightly tweaked, like within days of each other? It's like, y'all are on the same wavelength. It's real. It's almost spooky. So it's like, we're our people, we're finding our people online. Everybody just kind of jives. So that's cool.
So Bryce says, we are the house of study right now, almost like a Sims game.
Oh,
yeah.
I bet.
But yeah, Patricia, in terms of dimensions, we actually have the dimensions for
It's
the
like-
inside of the coin pusher.
This is, I think we're 13 quarters across up here. The pusher, I think, is 13 quarters across and like 8 deep. But there's a dead zone. Like, you can't put anything between the bonus hole and the pusher. And you can't put anything right at the back of the pusher because it will automatically fall down as soon as we turn on the machine. And then it was all for nothing. Okay, I'm at the top of this. Should I just keep going up or what?
I'd say
Because
that
I can.
I'd say just do some infill on the field.
Oh, okay.
Some coin infill. So, but yeah, Patricia, in terms of the number of coins that we have $675 worth of quarters total.
But we need to have like $300 in reserve.
And we normally hold off about $300 to actually play with when we play the coin pusher. And that's just so we're not going through the loot cam.
Because it knocks the camera and makes it shake everywhere.
Yeah, it's kind of a disruption to play. And also to banter and discussion, it makes it more of a challenge.
Yeah, when we have to stop and count quarters, you'll notice when we run out of quarters, you'll know because suddenly we're not talking as much. Because as between our turn, if we're not actually actively playing, we're over at the loot bucket counting out $5.
Kayla says, Cricket is super adorable. Bet she loves couch cuddles. She does.
She does. She's like a teddy bear. My poor old dog. She's mostly deaf now. And this is just in the last year. She's mostly deaf. And the last couple of years, she's losing her sight. So
yeah.
She can't see, she can't hear, and she's still so energetic. It's crazy. She's such a good sport. I don't know, if I was losing my vision and my hearing, I don't think I'd be as cheerful as she is.
So Kayla says long distance family. Bryce says this is my favorite coin pusher because it's true and real. Unlike some where it's too good to be true. We hear you, and Fallen Phantoms hears you as well. I think we're all kind of on the same page with that.
But you know what? It's funny how many people who find us for the first time, this is fake, and they're angry and give us dislikes because
can't win them all.
Fake. You can't win them all, and we're very open that this is our coin pusher. We're not trying to say anything.
Shell Bean says, I'm klutzy. I would knock it over every time.
I knock it over frequently. This hand, the hand that I stack with,
your right hand,
my dominant hand, I have a neuropathy and I can't feel it. It's like a potato. The best it is needles and pins. And it's a miracle that I can do this at all. You'll notice, see on my arm, there's all these marks. Because my whole arm, I can't feel things. And I'll lean into the stove, I'll lean into the shelves of the oven, and I won't realize I've hurt myself until I hear it or smell it. I'm not kidding. It's
been bad.
It's been bad. But you know what? If it was the other hand, I'd probably have lopped off a finger or something.
So you never know when something
is a blessing in disguise.
That's right.
Because the knife is in my dominant hand, and if I'm chopping stuff in the kitchen, this one knows if it's getting hurt. It can get out of the way. The other way around, I wouldn't have.
So Bryce says, is there going to be a troll in the middle of the tower? Not this one, Bryce.
No.
If Cheri builds a tower, there's no troll in it. If I build a tower, I'll never admit if there's a troll in it or not. So
I build the structure and he builds the destroyer.
So
sometimes I build the destroyer.
So a couple other comments on. So Tammy Coleman, Cheri's working on the hamburger, the back tower, and red chip style is the bridge. I'm talking about with coins, with Frost Mister on them. Frostmeister.
Have to see, because this practically is a cool castle right here.
So Cheri's working the hamburger, the back tower, and red chip style is the bridge. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm talking about with coins with Frostmister.
See, I need John to get that. We've got the domain. The website is up there, weplayyouwin.com. So we've got the space, and I've got the concept, but I can't do any computery stuff. I can't. And John is, in addition to we're doing a video a day, he's working a full-time job. So
let's see. So Patricia says the house I'm thinking of, I think this is for the Whoville house, Patricia, would wind up acting like a wall. Gina says you're my favorite coin pusher. Thank you, Gene. Appreciate it. And we appreciate all your enthusiasm, Gene. You look forward to our videos every day. Well, we look forward to your comments and your emails too with your game ideas.
I bumped it because I heard it bump.
And Tammy says like the Heatmeister.
The Heatmeister and the Frostmeister. I'm Mr. something something. I can't remember.
So Cheri, I think you're more clued in than I am about something.
Well, it's, you know, I guess it's Raskin or whatever. You know the Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer puppet?
Okay, right.
Well, there was another one, and there was the Snowmeister and the Heatmeister.
Oh, okay.
John's younger than he looks. He really is.
Yeah, you cougar, you. All right.
Yeah,
so, Shell Bean says, I would love to have my own coin pusher.
I bet you wouldn't. The thing is, it seems like it's fun until you get one and find out it's the most boring thing on the face of the earth. You have to. All these little games we make, if we didn't have a YouTube channel, we'd still have to make them. Because you can't play this machine unless you're making some little games. Otherwise, you're just pushing your own quarters around for no reason. Okay, should I sprinkle some loot? Let's see.
So let me get the Frostmeister and Heatmeister idea from Tammy down.
It would be like a Mr. Fire guy and a Mr. Snow guy.
Yeah, so I'll write that in. Heatmeister.
I'm looking for loot. I don't know what's what.
Let's see. So Bryce says, good things come to those that wait. When site is ready, we will use it.
But I want it up quickly because I want help with suggestions. I want to make it easier because sometimes someone will give us a suggestion and it's definitely the beginning of something awesome. And I guess the person who's suggesting is smarter than I am because I can't figure out how to make it work. Like we've had, like 3 different times we've had suggested that we play Yahtzee. And I've tried setting it up, like I can't figure out how to make it work. And I'm willing to invest in more dice, you know, because if we're going to use them over and over, it's not like we're buying them to use them one time.
Tammy says, Google Frostmeister, and Shell Bean says, I don't mind playing with my money. Yeah, we started these silly games just as a way to play with the coin pusher, and hence we started the channel.
Am I going to fly too close to the sun, dropping the 1800 Liberty coin? Boom. It's in there.
Boom.
Boom. Cherry on top.
Yeah, and you know, our videos have definitely evolved since our very first one. You know, we were talking at the beginning, you know, that we found pretty quickly that structures were actually a big part of at least what was drawing people to our channel. Again, because we're not pretending to play with, you know, $10,000, right? We are.
Also, though, we found out that it's fun to build towers and knock them down.
It is.
So I'd be doing it. I'd be doing that anyway. But we didn't have as many quarters at the time either. We've been acquiring quarters as I could afford to do it.
Yeah. So like our very first video, it was just an apple and a worm, right? There were no structures. And then we moved to tic-tac-toe, and then our third video was our first structure video, and it actually didn't get very much attention. That was Bat Boy and the paparazzi.
Oh.
And then our fourth video was The Princess and the Dragon, and that actually got a lot of attention, even though what people are looking for in terms of structures didn't quite happen there. We had a long video series here of 4 videos, 1, 2, 3, 4.
Because we didn't, okay, then we knew how to build a tower, but we didn't know how to knock one down.
That's right.
There's a trick to it.
And if you watched one of our other live streams before, we had some blooper reels from that tower where we were throwing all kinds of things at the tower. Cheri lost her nut. She went off the deep end.
After 4 videos, I was done. I never wanted to see Bat Boy again.
That's right. But yeah, Shell Scenes, a channel will make you money. People will like it. You're not fibbing about it. Appreciate that, Shell Bean. You know, our goal isn't to make a lot of money off of it, though. Our goal is to...
I would like to pay for the postage for
mystery bag postage and stuff like that. That's what we're looking for.
But as far as like earning a living from it, I'm not even, don't even care, because this is seriously. Oh, someone's at our front door. Seriously, this has been a crappy year. I think we can all agree that this has been a crappy year. And people just need something to feel good about, something to make people smile a little bit. And it is not about money. If it was about money, right now we have enough viewers that we could put ads all over the place. We could be running all kinds of ads. And YouTube has told us how much money we could earn off of putting a whole bunch of ads. But we're not. We are not. We put an ad at the beginning of the stuff that's more than 2 months old so that all of our core users have already seen it. You're not going to go back and watch those videos. If we got enough money to pay for the postage, would be really nice, but it is not about making money. It's absolutely not. We don't have super chats enabled for people to, oh, you don't have to give me $50. Well, no, you don't have to give me $50 because I don't have it enabled. I don't want you to give us $50. You're a guest in our home. You are our extended family. And you don't charge your extended family money to be company to you. And you are company to us. We enjoy having you here. We want to make you happy. And that's what it's about. That's our mission statement, like, you know?
I think that's fair, Cheri. So Nancy says, I think it's Snow Miser and Heat Miser from the Year Without a Santa Claus.
Yeah, the Year Without a Santa Claus.
And Patricia Stevens said, Yahtzee. Okay, so on Yahtzee.
Okay, how to do the Yahtzee.
How? Okay, fill playing area with nothing but dice and use only dice to help push them off. And then in parentheses, she puts stickers on quarters.
Oh, stickers on quarters.
Which is what Fallen Phantoms does. I think they do.
They
kind of do that. They do stickers on quarters.
Stickers fit on there? Or do we have to get smaller stickers?
We'd have to downsize them.
Stickers on quarters is brilliant. Oh, we have to test it first because these doggone stickers. When you put these doggone stickers on the poker chips, they're on forever. I'm not kidding. They're on forever.
Yep.
They don't want to come off. If you pull them off right away, or if you're really careful about how you put it on.
It's Mr. Frost, Mr. or Mr. Heat, Mr. You will understand
I think it's
with you. Yeah, Meister, when you see the photos from Tammy.
3, 4.
Kayla's sending you hearts, Cheri, for your speech there.
My speech.
Yes.
I really mean it. I really do mean it. Cricket's got the shivers.
Yep. Shell Bean says, I love the coin pushers because they relax me from things that stress me. Totally get that. Stickers on washers or poker chips, they don't stick to quarters very well from Fallen Phantoms.
Oh, they don't stick to the quarters.
Okay, thank you, Mr. and Mrs. B. That's a great for that. So we'll have to find some washers that fit.
See, this is why it's good to network with the other little channels.
Right.
Because we can all give each other
advice.
Yeah.
Kayla, definitely feel like family with how much you guys include everyone.
That's the whole idea. It really is. We're all kind of, everyone's got to socially distance themselves, but there's no reason that we have to really be alone. We can all be alone together.
spray paint the quarters. Yep, that's it. That's true, Fallen Phantoms. Yeah, I think I've seen like your pink quarters and stuff. It's okay, Tammy. Don't worry about it. Cheri knows what you're talking about.
Yeah, I know what
I'm
you're
an
talking
idiot
about.
sometimes.
I know what you're talking about. Did you ever see Rudolph's Shiny New Year with the baby New Year with the giant ears?
Oh yes, Rudolph Shiny New Year. That's a good one.
Did you see that one, John?
Yeah,
The baby
the
New Year.
New Year
his
runs
name was
away because
Happy.
everyone.
Everyone laughed at him because he had big ears.
Yes. Hey, you've got to get Happy out of the coin pusher before New Year arrives.
That's a thing. That's a thing. And I'll tell you, 2021's got to be better than 2020. Please.
A cool family member would give you quarters for Christmas, says Shelbean.
I'm counting stacks of quarters if you're wondering what I'm doing. I should swing that camera around.
Want me to reposition it?
You can't, so people can see why. I really wish that ALS Adventures would have worked. Because, man, we blow through a lot of quarters.
Yeah, we do. All right, well, I'm going to readjust that camera. And what I'll do is we'll bring it on. Look out, folks. Here we go.
Whoa, motion sickness.
Here we go.
Whoa. Swing that boom around.
Yes, there's the other part of our setup.
Our studio. You have to have enough quarters to play. And doing it the way that we do it, $5, we end up blowing through a lot of quarters. And John is a dubious quarter counter. You don't know.
You're blaming me.
He'll hand me a stack with $3.50 in it, and he'll take one with $5.75.
Hey, approximate can sometimes be good enough. I'm pretty good.
No, it isn't.
Let's see. So Tammy says, no, I have not. I'm going to look it up.
That was a cute one. He went through all the different, like the fairy tale lands and stuff. It was a cute video for kids. Somebody had the Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer, the puppets from that ended up on like Antiques Roadshow, didn't they?
Yeah, they did. I remember that.
They got run away. Someone like picked them out of a dumpster. Someone that worked at the studio, like, you know.
Let's see. So Pinocchio, Jiminy Cricket, Snowmeister.
I just drew the Three Stooges today. If somebody's got a Three Stooges game. But don't include Shemp.
I have all of the Rankin and Bass movies ever found. They're really hard ones last year. Cool, Patricia.
See, that's back when we all watched those same shows. They came on every year. There were only 3 channels. We all saw them. Now kids don't see any of the same stuff. The kid next door and your kid, they don't listen to the same music. They don't read the same books. They don't see the same TV shows at all.
All right, so I'm going to start dragging some of our characters up here into our stream session. And because I forgot I could do that.
You forgot you could do that. What were you doing?
We've been talking. Well, it was blocking the view before, but now we're.
Oh, okay.
All right. Of course, we got.
I'm just stacking.
We got Angry Mom. We love Angry
Wow,
Mom.
there is a layer of dust in this speaker horn.
Let's see.
We're gonna have to deal with that.
What else we got? Oh yeah, the abominable snow monster, aka Kong. All right, so we got a suggestion for.
Yeah, I had to help him. He was unemployed giant gorilla. I had to find some way for him to get another role.
Of course, hey, we've got turkeys up the kazoo, and hey, they don't necessarily get time off around Christmas either.
They don't.
We've got our big bad wolf.
We were thinking of revisiting
do you remember? This is from Patricia Stephen. Do you guys remember Mr. Magoo's Christmas Carol?
Yes.
Oh man, I haven't thought about that in a long time.
Did you watch Mr. Magoo's Christmas Carol? You did not.
I think I have seen it on television once upon a time.
Oh, you're still a baby.
So we have Slimer. If we do like a
Slimer can fill in as the Grinch.
Slimer would probably fill in our case, for the Grinch. You'll notice that we one of the reasons we do all of our own artwork is we really don't want to run into any problems with copyright infringement. We've had enough challenges with people stealing our own artwork that, from that incident on Facebook a few weeks ago, that we just don't want to deal with it anymore. MU10 Ribeiro, you said Alex. Are you actually here, MU10? And Tammy says yes, she remembers Mr. Magoo's Christmas Carol.
I'm running out of quarters. 1, 2.
Patricia says his version is the hardest to find.
That is, I bet you it is. That stuff disappears.
It does. A lot of it doesn't survive.
It makes it through one generation, and then the kids move on to other stuff.
Oh, Cheri.
What?
Okay.
What did I do?
Tammy, I gotta tell you something about
what
what
did
you
I
just
do?
said.
Wait a minute.
Hold on.
Is this
So
something
Tammy
control?
says, "Do you remember Labyrinth with David Bowie?" And of course,
"Oh my,
we love that movie. It is
David Bowie in tights. How am I not gonna love it?"
She loves it. I enjoy that video. It's one of our daughter's favorite videos. But you had to mention Falcor from Neverending Story, which is the complete opposite for Cheri. Cheri is not a fan of Falcor.
No, but Labyrinth. Oh yeah.
Kayla says she can. Labyrinth was the best movie. I can recite it, no problem.
I love
we
all
agree.
The songs from Labyrinth are just awesome.
Yes, and the characters.
Oh yeah.
We've talked about.
It's a good story. It's a good story.
We've talked about trying to do a Labyrinth multi-part series in the Coin Pusher because.
Well, we did Amaze this week.
We did Amaze, but not related to Labyrinth.
Not related to Labyrinth, but it is called a Labyrinth.
Right, but you could have a character run into the Helping Hands.
Oh, those Helping Hands.
Right, the various types of characters.
They're so cool.
From that story, I mean, there's definitely ways to play it.
Okay, should I just shut this one off? What do I do with this one?
Huh?
I ran out of quarters, man. Yeah, but this camera is just aiming at a pile of quarters.
Yeah, just leave it there. You're fine.
Okay.
Coming to join me?
Sure.
All right.
I gotta wiggle in here.
All right, so. Hey, folks. She has finished.
I ran out of quarters.
At the Coin Pusher. So I've started dragging in some of our characters.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
Just don't think about them as who they originally are. Like, that's a Sanderson sister. Doesn't matter. She's also an ugly stepsister. She's also, I don't know, a 3rd grade teacher. I don't know, she could be anything. They are actors. They are players in these games. That's Mo! Yes! And Larry! Where's Curly?
Oh, we'll drag these up on the screen.
You can't just put Mo and Larry and not move Curly.
You can't do one at a time, dear.
That's Larry. Where's Curly? Come on, Curly.
Come right behind. Here comes Curly.
Hey, Curly! But I tried and tried and tried to draw Shemp because I like Shemp the best. And I couldn't draw Shemp.
Patricia says she said down. Love it, yes. She said down.
Down. We are helping.
We're helping hands.
We're helping hands. That's great. I like the knockers. You know what? We've got a double front door, and I want a set of knockers. But I think the neighbors would have a conniption. But I looked at how much knockers cost, and replica knockers, I don't want one. First off, they're massive. They're way bigger than your own head. And they were like $1,200 or something.
It'd be a fun thing to make.
Yeah, well, you have to make it yourself, or you can't do it because it's just like prohibitively expensive. But they're really cool.
Kayla says, "Give me the child." How about one like the scene where they're using Ludo's rocks, dice, or bitcoins to knock down houses?
Ooh,
that's a good one, Kayla.
That's a good one. You know, the scene that scared me in that one is, and I wasn't a little kid when that came out. The one where the Fireys are throwing their heads around and they wanted to pull her head off to throw it around because they didn't understand that her head was not detachable like theirs. But that was scary. Oh, John's recording the labyrinth idea with Ludo's rocks.
I can't spell tonight. That's right.
That's okay.
It's close enough.
I speak typo. I'll decipher it.
A Popeye and Olive theme from Tammy Coleman. Let's see.
My grandpa's nickname was Popeye.
So what could Popeye and Olive do? What would be the game?
Squish the spinach can.
So would you have a giant spinach can?
I don't know.
Tower?
Oh, we could. Our daughter Rena, when she was really little, her first time that she ever saw Popeye, and I'm talking, she's 3.5, 4 years old, she says, "Why does he need to be stronger if he can already squeeze a can and make it pop open?"
She's got a good point.
She did have a good point.
Fire imps were so fun. We got no Larry and Curly, says Shelveen. Kayla says, I was anxious about the bog of eternal stench. Oh, yes. Everyone loves the bog of eternal stench.
That's a great movie. It's just a great movie. And it is David Bowie, so it's like...
There you go.
Win, win, win.
Okay, for the Popeye and Olive theme, try to save Sweet Pea.
Oh. Thing is, I don't know if I can... I might be able to draw them. I'm going to try. I will try and draw my version of Popeye, my version of Olive, my version of Sweet Pea.
A Star Wars battle, says Shelbeen.
Well, now that Disney owns it, are they still as forgiving of people doing stuff?
I don't know. It might be kind of a challenge.
Because the Star Wars franchise was always cool with people building like an R2-D2. They'd encourage people to build an R2-D2. Whereas we built a Dalek from Doctor Who, and the BBC is like, cease and desist. You may not have a Dalek. You may not.
Hey, yeah, boy. Hey, how you doing, man? SpongeBob theme, huh? We were just talking about a pineapple under the sea the other day.
Because the cheeseburger, if I made it a little bit different, I could make a pineapple. If I made like a construction paper spiky leaf part on top, but I think it would clog up the machine.
So Tina Machado said, have Popeye save Olive from Bruno. And we've got that written down. Tammy Coleman squeezing in a small tower and the bag to push it in the chute.
Kayla, did you see the thing that was going around? I'm assuming it's true. David Bowie, when Labyrinth, I don't know if it was Labyrinth first came out or what, there was a guy who was a little boy and he was on he's on the autism spectrum. And he won the opportunity to go and see David Bowie with this group of kids, and they told David Bowie that, hey, this one kid, he's not good in the group. He kind of needs to have some quiet, you know, he's not doing well with the group. And he took that kid aside, David Bowie personally. No one told him he had to. Took that kid aside and talked to him. And see if you can find it. Google it. I don't know what search thread you should try. But he gave this young boy advice that stuck with him into adulthood and made a difference in his life. He just was a really cool guy who saw a kid that had an issue and stepped in, didn't have to, could have just said, well, tough luck, kid. I'm just here for the basic. But he targeted this kid and took the time. It's really, that's nice.
Kayla Fuller says it's so amazing. I watched it 15 times in a row while had it playing when David Bowie died. Yeah. I think we watched it after David Bowie passed away too.
Yeah, it's one of those things, if it's on TV, if I see it's on, it's one of those ones, okay, well, we're watching it, whether it's been on for 5 minutes, if we miss the first 5 minutes or if we miss the first hour and a half, we're watching what's left.
So Sharon Carter's suggesting the sword and the stone. So that could be interesting. What would the game actually be? Would it be trying to rescue the sword from a tower that's the stone? Before what? Before you get called away? Would you not be allowed to pull the sword out of the stone? What's the opposite? Because we know the hero pulls the sword from the stone.
John cut my hair today.
I cut your hair.
It needs a little work this morning.
Frequently. I cut your hair.
He cuts my hair frequently.
Yes.
But he did it this morning, and I haven't done anything with it yet, so it just looks like a mop. It'll be better if I do something with it. You did fine.
I'm not worried about it.
The guy who never even uses a comb has been cutting my hair all year.
Hey, when I start waxing my mustache, there we go. So
he does use a comb on his mustache.
There we go. So I do use a comb for that.
But I cut his hair, which is why he's bald now.
Well, I thought that was doing calculus while painting the house. It made me bald.
Maybe. Yes.
All right, Tammy Coleman says, I have a 13-year-old dog named Hopkiss from Hocus Pocus.
Oh.
We love that movie, too. That's our probably our favorite Halloween movie.
I did not see it this year.
I saw part of it.
Nobody told me.
I did. You were busy drawing pictures for the coin pusher.
Oh.
Tammy Coleman says, coins swish in a tower, then a bag pushed the can into the chute. Let's see. I think that's probably part of the Popeye suggestion. Popeye continuation, coins swish in tower, then a bag pushed the can into the chute.
Okay.
Kayla says, David Bowie was amazing with children. I wouldn't be surprised if he would do something so nice for that kid. Nancy says, Dudley Do-Right.
Oh!
Saving Nell from Snidely Whiplash. Jeez, Snidely Whiplash. Jeez, I hope you remember these characters.
I do.
Well, Dudley Do-Right. Do we have representations of all those characters at this point?
No, he's a Mountie.
So we'd have to change.
I could take my police officer and give him like the screwdriver hat from Boy Scouts. Just do it red. You could try.
Yeah, that might work.
Try. I always wanted, and I may have had one when I was a kid. The underdog ring with the compartment for the super energy pill.
So you've got your adventurer. You could potentially switch over to.
Yeah, I could take the adventurer. We could just make them red.
Yeah.
Yeah, we could just turn the adventurer red and say he's Dudley Do-Right.
And who's Nell or Neil? Nell?
No.
Nell. Who's Nell?
The heroine.
So you have a heroine, and then Snidely Whiplash. Would you which character would you use for
Nell?
For Nell. Well, not for Nell. For Snidely.
I'd have to use Slugworth. Probably.
Slugworth.
Who doesn't really? He could work. He should have a cape, but we can pretend.
Well, you can put a cape on him.
You can put a cape on him.
I know, really easy. I want to see that. You'd say, yeah, it's easy. He
says, "Oh, it'll be easy." He says.
Oh, you want me to just do it right now on the live stream? Do it right now.
Draw chicken. Jeez. He says, "It's not easy to draw stuff on command." It's like
no, it's not. Mario Brothers blocks and tubes, power-up coins, a few McDonald's figures.
It could be good. We could probably get away with that. Fair use. Especially since my Mario and Luigi won't look anything like Mario and Luigi. They look like my characters dressed as plumbers.
Rocky and Bullwinkle.
Oh. That was
What?
Fractured Fairy Tales. Were they the best or what?
What would we do with Rocky and Bullwinkle?
What wouldn't you do with Rocky and Bullwinkle?
Well, you got a
But
couple
the thing
heroes,
is-
so what are they gonna do?
I do have a big rodent that I could put aviators.
We have a squirrel. Just doesn't
Yeah,
look like Rocky.
It doesn't look like Rocky, whereas the big rodent
Yeah.
does. And I could put an aviator's helmet on it. He's in supporting cast.
So we have.
But I do not have a moose.
So supporting cast.
rodent.
We have.
See, if I put an aviator's thing on there and made him gray, he could look a lot like Rocky.
So we take him.
But I don't know how to do a Bullwinkle. I could probably take the reindeer and give it a big doofy looking nose and big horns. I could try. No promises, but I'd try.
Needs a mustache. This Patricia.
Yes.
Save Chitty Chitty Bang Bang from the evil dude.
Oh.
You know, we'd have to make a Chitty Chitty Bang Bang, but we could.
Oh, we could make one. We could.
Yeah, I've drawn a few characters, and he said, "No more characters for you, John. You're done."
He drew our dragon, which everyone loves, and
That's
he
one.
drew the angry mom, which gets the most
Use.
playtime.
That's right.
Yeah.
And then he said,
That's
"John,
it.
you're done."
Never did I. Oh, he drew a cat that was so wobbly it made me not.
Yeah, you don't have
Okay.
you don't have my cat.
No, I don't have your cat.
None of my extra characters have you kept besides those two, and that's fine. We split up our roles pretty well. I drew a fox at one point too, but that you didn't keep the fox either. But Tammy need to add Daffy Duck season, Rabbit season.
My rabbit doesn't look anything like Bugs Bunny. I could probably do a duck. I could do a duck's face. So I could do a duck.
So Kayla says that Riley has given her an idea.
Oh.
Kid escaping parent trying to get them dressed. Where kid doesn't want to wear boots, thermal underwear, or jacket. Collect tokens with clothes before child escapes outside.
Dress the toddler game.
Yes, that's perfect, Kayla.
I love that.
I'm
doing that.
That makes
Been
sense.
there. Oh yeah.
Okay, in fact, we're going to do that this month.
Our
so
daughter
I'm putting
would
it on.
disappear,
Okay.
and you'd find a trail of clothing, and you could follow the trail of clothing to the nearest mud puddle, and there she would be naked in a mud puddle. And I'm not talking about once or twice. This was like if the sprinklers were running outside.
Dress toddler game.
There
Put
should
it on
be.
the calendar.
Just a toddler game. Oh, just a toddler. Gotta have time to draw the clothes.
Hey Tammy, take care. Have a beautiful evening.
Hey.
Take care. So Sharon Carter says, "Do you draw in a computer program?" Yes, she does.
Microsoft Paint. Just
Old
plain
fashioned.
old, pick it out pixel by pixel paint. I am not good with the things that are so easy. Oh, it's so easy. All the layers. I can't do it. All the bells and whistles, I get overwhelmed. I got to do it old school and just pick it out dot by dot like Surratt.
She does.
Yeah.
She'll spend, and you know, it's something to do. For one,
It's something to do.
right? It beats sitting there watching Netflix all day or something like that, you know. So
You can't sit there and watch Netflix all day. Things have to happen. Clothes have to get washed.
Life has to
houses
happen.
get cleaned, and
all the usual
Wheels
stuff,
have
but
to-
it's a thing to do. It's like the video editing and all the other stuff that we do. So
yes.
yep. And then we print it out onto 1-inch stickers. And in fact, Cheri's probably grabbing one of our sticker sheets right now.
See if I can-
Kayla says, "I'm currently figuring out how to fit his pull-up on without waking him,
Oh,
since
good
he's
luck.
finally run out of energy and is sleeping." Oh, good.
There's a here.
Well.
You We print them onto this.
Cameras.
Where is it? We print it onto this sheet of stickers, and then this is a misprint. It just makes these little 1-inch stickers, and there's currently a tennis ball on here, and you just stick it on. It's just a sticker.
It is.
They're
props.
They're props. If this was like a casino or an arcade, they wouldn't last 3 days. But for our purposes, using them for a game or 2, or maybe 3, it works really well, and we can change them up.
Yeah, duck season, wabbit season, various hunting seasons.
Wabbit.
Seems to be kind of split.
Have you seen Elmer Fudd
the
sing
chat
that
is
song?
split between duck season and rabbit season. And then we have the whole duck season, wabbit season joke going on between
We're
Elmer Fudd.
riding in my
My
car.
car.
You turn on
The
the radio.
radio.
I move a little closer. You just say no.
You
Say you don't like it, but I know you're a liar. 'Cause when we kiss, ooh, fire. Elmer Fudd.
Elmer Fudd, yes. We'll just go up beyond rabbit season, duck season there. All right, Kayla Fuller.
I don't know the words.
I love doing art pixel by pixel. I love to attempt to do shading and stuff in the basic paint program.
It's tricky. It's a challenge. It's really a challenge. And people will say, well, what did you do it in? And you say paintbrush, and they look at you like,
you're nuts.
No, you didn't. Yeah.
She did.
That's my speed.
She did.
That's my speed. Well, we've done animations based on, in fact, the animations at the beginning of our videos were paintbrush things that were just tacked together.
Random guy with a bag.
Random guy with a bag.
Sharon says she enjoyed the singing.
Oh. Look, specific guy, incredibly handsome. Did you see?
I did.
Back up to him. See?
I had to get rid of it.
Specific guy, incredibly handsome.
Yeah, nice joke there. Nice
No, you are.
Yeah.
Very handsome.
Bugs was too smart for Elmer. Always.
Everyone was a little too smart for Elmer. There's my Oompa Loompa. You know what the secret is of an Oompa Loompa? He looked like an orange guy until I gave him white eyebrows. Once he got white eyebrows,
There's an Oompa Loompa.
he was an Oompa Loompa. Who knew?
Secrets.
That was a secret.
Crazy secrets.
That was a secret. Yeah, but we have one Oompa Loompa game, and it's Slugworth is trying to steal the secrets, and we definitely need more Oompa Loompa games. Back up. This guy here, his name is Gene, because he's the progenitor. And Gene, all of the characters, male, female, Halloween, movie monsters, everybody is based on this guy. I drew this guy using a Learn to Draw page on the internet. I just Googled Learn to Draw. And this is the guy I started with. He's completely, every pixel of him is mine. And then I modify him into all the different characters. The princess, the Sanderson sisters, Slugworth, they are all Gene.
In some way.
In some way, they all start as Gene. Even the mummy, I took Gene and I drew bandages.
Hey, C. Russell, welcome.
Hey, C.
C. Russell says your Oompa Loompa looks good.
He's an Oompa Loompa. He came out looking like an Oompa Loompa. I was very pleased.
There's the soon-to-be released
Farmer's
Wife.
Known to brandish carving knives.
And then, of course, our farmer.
The farmer. Yeah. But Bat Boy!
This was
now, does everybody remember
this was before
Bat
Gene.
Boy?
Wasn't this before Gene?
This may have been before. Yeah,
Bat
this
Boy
was before Gene.
Gene.
This was, I found a picture online of Bat Boy, who you may or may not remember from the Weekly World News. And I drew Bat Boy. That's what Bat Boy looked like. He's creepy. We do. We need a story about Gene. We do. His career as all these different characters. He's cool.
Yep. And our audio should be a little bit better right now. So let us know if you noticed it.
What'd you do to the audio?
Nothing. I just improved
Has the audio not been working all this time?
Well, the audio was working. I just turned off one of our mics. So now we just have the main mic here.
I asked if I should shut it.
No, that you couldn't shut that off.
Oh my goodness.
So.
Okay.
So we need a story of Gene and how he has to play so many roles. Yes, we do actually. That is
on the ice cream truck menu. The different menus are there's the cast members who are like the starring roles, and then there are the supporting actors who are like, I don't know.
Oh, you know what?
Dogs.
Hey.
What?
Remember, in the latest Willy Wonka Charlie and Chocolate Factory, it's one actor who played all of the roles.
Oh, he played all of the Oompa
Loompas.
Loompas. Yeah, it was
and
one
so
guy.
Dressing up, and here we have Gene
Who's
playing all of the characters in our coin pusher. It's very much like that.
Well, in a lot of movies, like Eddie Murphy, in a lot of movies, they'll put a bunch of makeup on him, and he'll play a bunch of people.
Right.
Yeah.
Like the Big Mama movies or whatever.
Yeah, even like Coming to America, he played multiple people.
Oh, Coming to America is a great movie.
You know, the guy who wrote that movie got gypped out of getting any money out of it. What are you looking for, dear? Because I might be able to find it.
I was looking for my water beverage.
He has this bottle, this 7-Up bottle, that he has been using for the last year. He fills it up with water.
It's my COVID bottle. As long as I'm locked in, it's my symbol of normalcy.
7-Up bottle.
Hey, when things return to normalcy,
Tyler Perry.
When everything gets to normal, my bottle will be gone. But until then, it's just how I structure things. I'm weird like that.
Okay.
She can't believe it. But I am wearing matched socks today, so that's quite an accomplishment.
And you've got that shirt. This is a very cute shirt.
It is. And we've got our live stream tomorrow where we're giving away six mystery bags. So that'll be fun.
We have to do a test run and make sure the machine is working and stuff.
Yeah, so we'll be.
And the camera, because the camera pooped out.
Yep. Well, the camera. I think that's more of
a power issue.
A power issue from our setup. So yeah.
Okay. So we got to start doing that though. We're gonna have to sign off and do stuff
pretty soon.
Yeah. Okay.
Well, let's see. Norbit is the Eddie Murphy movie.
Yeah, that's one of them. There are several actors who will play multiple roles in a movie. It tends to be comedy things, but it's cool.
It is.
Oh yeah, we've got the elf. We gotta use the elf.
At least you're not wearing the same socks till it's over. Well, let me tell you something. No, I'm not. No.
You'd be sleeping on the sofa.
I can't stand smelly socks after a day wearing them. Personally, I just can't. So, and I do wash my bottle. It gets cleaned on a regular basis, so it's not like.
I thought you said I do wash my bottom.
That would be hilarious. You're hearing things.
That's what
I saw a thing online about how Coming to America is very similar to Lion King, including some of the actors for voices.
Well, I know the guy who wrote Coming to America, wasn't it Art Buchwald?
It could be.
He had a deal where he was supposed to get a percentage of
Evening
the profits.
Shanna Fisher.
And the way that the production companies finagle the bookkeeping, they never make money on a movie. I don't care how much money the movie makes. They always, on paper, it looks like the movie lost money. So he never got any money. Oh, Christmas tree. Oh, Christmas tree. But there are a lot of, keep in mind all of these characters that have been rolling by here that John's playing with.
All of them are on the screen.
They're all available. They're looking for jobs. You could really do them a solid by finding them work this winter season They've got families to support.
Hey, Kayla says, "Oh man, that wash my bottom thing made me laugh too loud."
Didn't it? Did you think he was going to say that? I thought he was going to say that.
Oh.
I thought, you're really getting comfortable. Wow.
Way too comfortable, apparently. So, hey, Shannon, new friend here of We Play You Win. Awesome.
Hey.
Fantastic. We are collecting game ideas for December. We have
for December, January, February. Winter games.
So
winter games.
We have our little cheat sheet of videos. Everything here in stars.
Oh no, one just fell on the floor.
That's okay. All these here in stars we've filmed. We've actually filmed all the way up to here, which is December 3rd. And now we're trying to figure out what to release
the rest of our
lives in December. So always looking for new ideas, winter themes especially.
I'll tell
trying to reuse characters and concepts we've used before.
I would say a third of our games are viewer suggested now. I'd love to see
quite a few of them.
If that got up to 100%, you guys could just let me cruise, just put them together. I'd be happy.
Yeah, she'll come to me and be like, "Okay, John, what's the game today?" I'm like, I don't know. I just got off of work." She's like, "Okay, well, I built these structures. Now we need a game."
Sometimes it's what it is.
Yeah.
I'll build a structure. It's like, okay, I built this wall. What can we do with it?
Liz Bradshaw says, "Hey, how's it going?" Patricia says, "Cheri, you could do laundry stripping on his socks if he did wear them till the pandemic is over." Yes. And then Kayla says, I wasn't sure what I heard, but it definitely clicked when he said bottom, LOL. I was like, no, he said bottle, right?
I had to process. It took me a moment. Look at this is why John can't play poker. When he gets embarrassed, his ears turn red. They turn so
luckily,
red.
There's just this brownish red background behind me, so our viewers can't typically see that.
He's a blusher.
Yes, it's easy to do.
Okay, the sock game. I try to think of things. The machine turns on, and I start trying to process. Okay, what can I talk about? And I had a whole bunch of things to talk about socks. And that game only lasted like 8 minutes. It's like, I had stuff to say. Sometimes I have nothing to say. Gosh.
Got drum from 12 Days of Christmas. And I'm just sprinkling them around our view screen here in case people get ideas.
But they don't have to be Christmas because Christmas is good for a week or two.
It is.
Winter is good for December, January, February. 3 months that we need to fill with wintry things. Or if you have something that's totally not seasonal, now that's the 2020 mascot right there, toilet paper.
Yes.
And any games, if it's seasonal, wintertime, obviously. Unless you're in Australia and that's not obvious to you, but I still want winter. And just games that, like the hamburger tower game, could happen any time of year. But definitely getting a toddler dressed, there are more layers that you can put on in the winter. So that's
there
cool.
are, yes. So your reindeer, Cheri, is that just the doe?
There's a reindeer, there's a doe and a buck.
Oh, okay. It won't be in extras. It's going to be...
It'd be in supporting cast.
So we've got our doe here, which is a red-nosed doe.
But her nose doesn't have to be red.
Colors are easy to change.
Colors are easy to change.
So, Liz, you're mentioning Rudolph. So there's potentially a Rudolph character.
Baby Rudolph.
And then you said we have a buck.
There's a buck.
And so here is a buck. Again, red nose, but colors are easy to change.
Colors are easy. If you need a purple reindeer with a green nose, I can do that. Easy peasy.
And always, if somebody has art that they'd be interested in seeing it on a 1-inch chip that fits into a game, we're always open to.
It has to be original
artwork.
It's got to be original, and if it's based on some popular character, it needs to be different enough that we don't get in trouble.
Yep. But yeah, we're always open to doing that. Just remember, it gets printed on a tiny 1-inch circle, so
details get lost. Like I built a time travel circuit. Zoom in on the time travel circuit.
Let me go pull that open.
It's in extras.
Extra, extra. Read all about it.
Lettuce, corn, pizza, spectacles.
Getting there. We're almost there.
Time travel circuit. Okay, time travel circuit. There's some details on there, and it says in text, it says not a flux capacitor.
Hey, Laurent.
Don't sue me. But the details are lost. You can't see that. I know it's there, but you don't know it's there, except I just told you.
Yep.
But details get lost in the artwork because it's so itty bitty.
Yeah, so Gene's suggesting, you know, Frosty the Snowman. So
where's our snowman?
he's already loaded.
Where is he?
Right here.
Okay.
Here's our snowman.
Now, I don't know if you got...
With stuff. We actually have all the pieces for the snowman, right?
I have... Well, you can pull them apart.
Right.
But I've got button eyes, and I've got some Frosty pieces, but I don't know where they are.
Yeah,
it's like
I found them
parts.
earlier.
Yeah, it's snowman
Right there.
parts. Now, I never used those kind of things for snowman parts. We always stuck a carrot in their face for a nose, if you could find one. And there was always burned out coal that I could use for buttons and stuff and eyes.
We never had coal here.
Well, what we had...
You probably had coal back
We had coal-burning power
Chicago,
plants, and
right?
then they'd crush up the cinders and sprinkle them in the streets. And we'd grab the cinders, this burned out chunk of coal, and use those. It was death to mittens, I'll tell you.
Move that down a little bit. Make this a little bigger there. Okay. And then, Tina Machado says, how about Laurel and Hardy, March of the Wooden Soldiers?
I love Laurel and Hardy. I will try and draw them. I drew the Blues Brothers. The Blues Brothers are still looking for action. I've got a police car, and I've got Jake and Elwood, and I'd love to do a Blues Brothers
game.
Yeah, because I'm from that area.
All right, Patricia. Sorry you've been up since 4 a.m.
Oh, no.
It's after 9 p.m. here. I've been up since 4 a.m. and driving to many appointments since 5. Oh, goodness.
Oh.
Very, very tired lady. Headed to sleep. Have a great night. Good night, Patricia.
Good night, Patricia.
Sweet dreams.
Yeah.
And try to... Don't wake up so early if you can help it. Some days are just like that, though.
Yeah. But we've got a lot of characters, a lot of supporting characters, and a lot of inanimate things. And those are items, the props are items that are in the machine.
Yep.
So that when we do the website, they can say, and I want you to put some playing cards around, and I want some gold quarters. Just for sprinkles. Look, it's Cricket.
Irradiated reindeer, purple and green.
Yeah.
Chernobyl.
Chernobyl.
Apparently, I'm winding down energy-wise. My ADHD brain went on a tangent about irradiated animals. Recently watched a documentary on Chernobyl.
Wow.
Well, you know, if Rudolph was in fact irradiated, that would make sense. He has a red nose. Where else did he get the red nose from?
That would make sense. That would. Ooh.
That's a good tangent, Kayla.
Ooh.
Willie McBee Dirty, how are you doing, man? Thanks for joining our live stream. We're just chatting and trying to come up with game ideas at this point. We were doing some tower construction earlier, and now we're just hanging out. Jesse James and the Great Train Robbery from Willie.
I have to draw a cowboy hat. I've been saying that for a while. I have to do some cowboy hats.
Yes. Get those back up here. Did you all figure out a race car theme?
I have race cars drawn. Go over there, show me the race cars.
We have some race cars drawn.
Don't laugh at my race cars.
No one's laughing at your race cars.
They look like a third grader drew them.
So we got some race cars.
In multiple colors.
Abbott and Costello, I'm not sure how to spell them. That's all right. We've actually been talking about some kind of...
We've got the Three Stooges.
Yep. Sharon Carter, I went to What the Hale's auction today in Ohio. Oh, Sharon, how was it? How was the auction?
How was the weather?
Yeah, how was the weather too? Bryce says, I like What the Hales. They are funny. They do have a great sense of humor.
They do.
Yeah, that was one of the channels we spent a lot of time watching this summer when we were
waiting for our machine
waiting for
to
Coin
get
Pusher
delivered.
and trying to decide what we were going to fall asleep with or whatever, you know.
Yeah. Coin pushers are great when you have insomnia. When
They
I have insomnia. He never has insomnia.
Yeah, a little bit out of whack, off to the side there. How about the race cars, the movie cars?
I'd have to draw. Yeah.
Sharon says the auction was
tricky.
Great. Cool.
Did you buy anything? Oh, what the hell's is how you found us? Cool.
I had to reach down to the bottom to get my bottle.
Ha ha.
Notice I said bottle,
Abbott and Costello Meet
not
the Mummy
bottom.
is awesome. Those were great.
They were.
Those crossover things were awesome. I fear nothing when I am in the light. That's from that movie.
There you go. Now you've got Cheri doing some singing. Filled up car, go $30. Well, I'm glad you had fun, Sharon.
Yeah, I love auctions.
What the Hales or How I Found You Guys. Yeah. We've seen people getting recommendations for our stuff from there. We're certainly different than What the Hales, but hey, there's room for all of us.
Yeah, we don't have that kind of money.
Hey, it's all good.
Yeah. We all have the same kind of goal, entertain people. Yeah.
All right, folks. I think we're probably going to sign off pretty quickly here.
We got to start setting things up for tomorrow to make sure that they work this time. Yep. We've had 75% of our live streams have had technical issues.
I wouldn't say that. Not at all.
Half?
No, not even. Much smaller percentage have had technical issues.
But when we have technical issues, we have good ones.
That's right. Willie McB Dirty says, them race cars look like speed buggy from when I was a kid.
They do, kind of. I'm not good at drawing cars. Where's my police car?
Oh, your police car?
My police car for the Blues Brothers.
There we go.
I'm not good at drawing cars.
I think that's a great police car.
It's recognizable as a car.
It's totally awesome.
It looks like an 8-year-old drew it.
It looks like paintbrush art, which is what it is. It's Microsoft Paintbrush.
That's what it is. Yeah, but I've seen people draw things that look like it could breathe, you know?
Hey, this has to fit on a very small poker chip.
That's true.
Kayla says, YouTube kept recommending you guys, and I've been hooked since the first one. Thank you, Kayla.
And thank you, YouTube.
Yes. Laurent says, how about Race of the Singer, Elvis, Billy Joel, etc., etc., etc.?
I've got Quivers Romo. I've got the lead singer from Weezer I drew, but nobody knows who he is.
Yep. All right, folks.
Yeah, we gotta.
We're gonna go ahead and sign off.
We've got to, and we supposedly need to play that.
And we've got to go put another video in the can for tonight, and we need to get all of our tokens and bags ready for the game tomorrow, and all that stuff. So
well, not in the bags, but just the tokens have to be set up to go with the bags.
Yep, we got to do our setup. So thank you for hanging out with us tonight and giving us some other game suggestion ideas.
Yeah.
And I think we've got some good ones.
And do some more if you're doing some more brainstorming. Where should they put it? Because if you save it up for tomorrow during the live stream, it'll get lost.
Yes. The best way to leave us suggestions is really as a comment on YouTube to any of our videos. If you're watching one of our videos and you have an idea, post a comment there. Doesn't have to be related to the video at all. Just post a new comment. Don't post a reply. YouTube doesn't
tell us if you comment on a comment that's already there. It doesn't tell us.
It makes it trickier for us because what actually happens is anyway, what ends up happening is there's a special page in YouTube for creators to go to see all the comments, but it only shows the top level comments. And
the original
we get notifications of replies, but we get 100 notifications of every comment, so the replies end up getting kind of buried. And again, the best way to tell us anything is top level comment, post a new comment.
When he says top level, he means just a comment, not a reply to an existing comment, a comment.
Yep. So thanks everybody, appreciate it. Have a great night. Be safe out there.
Be safe, be healthy.
We'll see you
Get some
tomorrow.
sleep so you can see us in the morning.
Tomorrow, same time as usual. So 9 a.m. Pacific for our live stream. That's 10 a.m. Mountain Time, 11 a.m. Central Time, and 12 p.m.
Now
noon
I'll start
on the
being
Eastern.
nervous because I'm the world's worst digger machine operator, evidently. I'm actually pretty good. In our household, I'm the best digger machine operator.
She's great.
I'm actually really good at it. It's just not that easy. It's not.
Hey, wouldn't be fun if it was easy.
That's true. Wouldn't be fun. If it was too easy, it wouldn't be fun.
All right, everybody.
Okay.
Have a good night.
Bye, everybody.
Cheers.